Hello guys, welcome to my video series tutorial to talk about Microsoft Semantic Kernel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the new template format called a Liquid Prompt Template. One of our video tutorial, we seen how to handle the handlebar template. Handlebar template mostly used for the complex prompt generation. Liquid Prompt Template you can use for very simple prompt. You can use the Liquid Prompt Template to generate the complete prompt. So let's move on to our sample how to implement this feature. The first step, I have created the new project called the Liquid Prompt Demo, and I have installed the Microsoft Semantic Kernel package. And make sure use this feature, you have to install prompt template liquid package also. So these two packages important, you have to install it. And to connect the AI model, I used my GitHub models. For that, I added my NuGet package to connect GitHub models. And in main program.cs file, I have created the kernel builder function. This function return the kernel object. So here we are going to write the liquid prompt template code. To use the liquid prompt template code, first you have to create the prompt template config. In the prompt template config, you have to specify your template, what type of template you are going to use. Next, you have to specify the name of the template here where prompt template config new of prompt template config. So here we have to define the template format. So the template format we are going to use liquid. So here we have to specify the liquid. The next you have to specify the template, which template you are going to use. Here it's Visual Studio highlighting some sample hello and the name how can help you today. So the name we can change at the runtime. So I'm going to use my own template to define the outside here. So the template retrieve the historical information based on the city. The city name I'm going to pass the runtime and make sure to include the username also. The name also I'm going to pass at the runtime. So this is my template. So I pass it here. And we have to define the name. So what is the name of this prompt template config? That we have to define. This is a user defined name. So we can define. So liquid prompt template. Once the prompt template config ready, so the next step we have to create the object for the liquid prompt template factory. This factory class used for us to create the prompt template. Using this prompt template, we have to render our input. So where factory equal to new of liquid prompt template factory. And once you added this code error message, so we have to disable this error message skexp0040. So just add the warning disable skexp0040. So the warning is gone. So the next step we have to call the create function to convert this prompt template config for the liquid prompt template. So for that, just add here if condition factory dot try create. The first argument we have to pass the prompt template config, which we created at the line number 19. So I pass here the prompt template config. The next out variable, so where called prompt template. So our prompt template is ready. Once it is success, the next step we have to render our input. So we have to specify what is our city name and what is the name we have to specify. So the render one, so where render prompt go to await. We have to use this prompt template variable prompt template dot render. So this function we have to call, and this is a await function. We have to convert our main class to async function. So async and task. So the render function first argument we have to pass the kernel. So what is our kernel object? So this is my kernel object. The next we have to specify the kernel arguments. Kernel argument we have to specify here. We have to use this name the property name, so the city name here, city name, and here we have to specify the name of the city. You can get it runtime also, that is not an issue. I just hard code it here. So this is done. City name is done. The next we have to pass the name. So the name here code is Vinod. So this is also done. We just print this prompt so that we can see the output. Right line, render prompt, read line. So I just change the color so that we can see the output easily. This one is a green, and here I change like white. This also come on. Okay. Here I add the else block also in case if not able to generate the prompt, just print the result. Console.writeLine failed to create the prompt template. That's it. So we run this application and see the output. So based on our prompt template config, it's not able to create the prompt, the liquid prompt template, not able to create it. So the issue is the template format. So this is a case sensitive, so we have to properly specify it. So the previously I defined L in the caps, it should be in small. So I added here L now. Now we run this application. Here we get the complete prompt, retrieve the historical information based on the city. The city I passed here Tanjavur, and make sure to include the username. Username is specified as a Vinod. So the Vinod is coming here in your response. So our prompt is ready. This prompt now we can pass to the kernel to get the output. To pass that to kernel, we have to use a kernel function. We have to create the function from prompt function to create the kernel function. The kernel function we have to pass a kernel object. For that, here I just define kernel function equal to kernel function equal to kernel dot create function from prompt. The prompt here is a render prompt. Our kernel function is ready. So this function we have to pass to the kernel object. So where result equal to await kernel dot invoke async. Here we have to pass the kernel function. Finally we print the result. Yellow result dot get value is a string, so convert to the string. That's it. We again run this application and see the output. So here we get the final output generated by our LLM model, hello Vinod. So the response, it's used the name which we passed. So hello Vinod, here is a brief overview of historical signification of Tanjavur. So about Tanjavur, it's generated some history information. So this is a simple way we can use the liquid prompt template in our application.